You notice the last part of the graphic that Sarah read?
What?
Onside kicks are fourth quarter only, all right? The trailing team can do it, and here's the thing. They got to let everybody know.
Yeah.
They got to let the officials know we're going to onside kick, which means that we're saying goodbye to a wild, beloved chapter of NFL football, and things like this amazing soundbite from NFL films will not be happening henceforth.
There goes surprise onside. What do you think, Chan? Chan, surprise onside? Hey, let's do it. Surprise onside. Hey, Dick, I'm going onside here. Not leaving anything in the bag.
Can't leave anything in the bag. It's great. We love it. And listen, I think the surprise onside kick is one of the true spit take things that happens in our game. The announcers are lost. The players are lost. So as we move forward from surprise onside kicks, let's look back. Let's look at some of the best, wildest, most impactful surprise onside kicks. I'm not talking about the team's down 2 scores, everybody lines up over here, let's see if they can get the perfect bounce. I'm talking about like the return team's just ready for kickoff and the craziness happens. Here's number 5. You know what's even crazier than doing a surprise onside kick? Doing it in the opening kickoff week 1 of the season. And let's go to the year 2000. Eagles-Cowboys legend David Akers with Pat Summerall completely caught off guard to start the season, and John Madden on the call. Here's our first favorite surprise onside kick. Watch this.
David Akers is going to kick off for the Eagles, and back deep for Dallas, Jason Tucker and Michael Wiley, the rookie. Akers tries an onside kick to start the season.
Yeah, I saw that thing coming the way that he started. He started over on the right hash mark, and he came all the way across. The way he hits us, and see the Cowboys, they all start running back, and the Eagles get up there.
The Eagles get it. The Eagles go on and they score and they win. And it's funny because Madden says, I saw him coming. And Summerall goes, I did too. Pat, no, you didn't. All due respect. You're up in that great announcer's booth in the sky and you didn't see it. The Cowboys didn't see it. And it really is a shame that now we don't have the surprise onside kicks because the Nance Romo calls will never get. We would love it. But that's only number 5. Number 4, let's go to the 70s. Let's go to the late 70s. We have Seahawks-Saints. All right, this is crazy because the Seahawks had just scored a touchdown. They are winning the game in the fourth quarter. They're up, and they decide to do this with the lead.
Herrera signals he's ready. And it's an onside kick. It is still loose, and it is still loose, and Seattle recovers. Recovered, I believe, by Michael Jackson. Yep, number 55, Michael Jackson recovered the onside kick. Herrera is now 3 out of 4 of onside kicks this year and 7 of 11 in the last 2 years.
He had to have a little luck on that one.
Thank you, Vin Scully. Amazing call. Again, the Seahawks were winning the game. They were up, and they decided to do it anyway. Recovered by rookie Michael Jackson. Imagine that was the same year that Off the Wall came out. I mean, can you imagine being named Michael Jackson and you're right? Come on.
There's a Michael Jackson on the Seahawks right now, cornerback,
it's
number 30.
unbelievable. They have a thing. So that was number 4. Doing it with the lead, so fun to hear Vin Scully's. But let's go to a more contemporary one. All right, Indianapolis Colts early in the game. They're up 3-0. They get a field goal. It's the first quarter. And Chuck Pagano says, you know what? We're really good at this. Screw it. Let's do a surprise onside kick with a very fun kicker. Take it away, Jim Nance and Phil Simms.
Onside kick try. McAfee recovers his own kick. They're the only team in the league this year to successfully get an onside kick recovery, and they've now got 3 on the year. The only team in the league with 1.
Look how nobody in the middle. I'm sure they knew this on the game plan. Nobody turned and ran, but they were so far back, they had nobody there, Jim, to go up there and recover the football.
Look at this. McAfee like he's the only man on the field.
Talk about it, Jay.
McAfee was so good at it. As a Tennessee Titan, he was in our division.
Yeah.
So we were terrified of it going into the week. They may just start the game off and just pop one in the corner because he could do it. And it didn't matter whether you knew or not. He was going to give you such a good kick that the Colts are going to have a chance
That's
to
the
recover.
key to the surprise onside. It's your kicker.
Right. And, you know, he's known for a lot of people as shout-outs and programs and stuff. Really, 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 really talented guy. Coolest thing, the next play after that, Andrew Luck goes to T.Y. Hilton, 49-yard touchdown. Like they were cooking. But that's only number 3. Let's go to number 2 in what used to be, and I still consider, the greatest comeback of all time, 1992 AFC wildcard game, Bills-Oilers. The Bills had just scored their first touchdown to go down 35-10. And, you know, the Oilers are sitting there. We got this huge lead. We're going to go to the Super Bowl. The Bills said no, and they did this. Go ahead. Charlie Jones and Todd Christensen.
Onside kick goes 10 yards. Buffalo scrambles for it. The Bills say they have it. See what the officials say.
And Christie's the one that comes up with the ball. There's a term for this kick, and what it's called the suicide onside. It's designed for the kicker to get it. They wind up, don't look like they're kicking an onside kick, and he just dribbles it in the middle about 10 yards. Give Christie credit, hustling down here, the ball easily 10 yards.
I mean, the suicide onside. It's not ideal branding at all. The 90s were different. It was a long time ago. As we know, the Bills went on to win. If they don't get that onside kick, they likely don't win the game. They likely don't go to the Super Bowl, all that. Amazing, amazing theater right there. Steve Christie with the kick and the recover. But listen, you talk about onside kicks. There is only one. And it's the Saints-Colts Super Bowl. You know it well. Peyton's there. He's supposed to go right through the Drew Brees, Sean Payton Saints. And what I want to make sure everyone remembers about this is when they started the second half, you're going to see the Saints go with the surprise onside kick. I mean, they were down 10-6. The defense is playing really well against Peyton. You're keeping it close just like you want. You maybe risk all of that, and if you recover the onside kick, Peyton gets a short field. Nah, it went like this. The legend, the GOAT, Thomas Morstead, in one of the all-time onions moves in all of sports. Sean Payton starts the second half of the damn Super Bowl like this. Jim, Phil, how'd it sound?
Onside kick to start the second half, and the ball bounces off the hands of a Colt, and it looks like the Saints had it for a second. How about this way to start the second half? And it's Saints football. They recover the onside kick. What a fearless start to the second half.
Really unbelievable decision by Sean Payton.
All-time decision, amazing decision. Said, I'm just going to go for it. They scored a touchdown on that possession. They ended up winning by 2 touchdowns because Tracy Porter picked 6 at the end of the game. Jay, what do you think?
Thomas Morstead, still playing in the NFL, just signed a 2-year contract to return to the New York Jets. Fellow brother from the 2009 draft class.
What I love about all of this is we don't see any of the surprise onsides where the team recovers, they go down, score, and it was the worst call ever. We only see it when
everybody's fired.
Yeah. There's a ton of really bad calls in the surprise onside as well.
You know what, Deb? We should do a list tomorrow of 10 worst surprise onside kicks that got people fired and ended the playoff runs. That's a great idea. I'm not even joking. Let's do this tomorrow.
It'll be in there tomorrow for sure.